GSOC should be the route whereby families or victims who feel that they've been ill-served by Garda actions can find truth and justice. I know one family that sought to ensure that that would be the case were the parents and siblings of Shane O'Farrell. As this House will recall, Shane was a 23-year-old Carrickmacross man killed in a hit-and-run on the 2nd of August 2011 by a known criminal who had breached several bail conditions at the time and had 42 previous convictions in 3 different jurisdictions. I have to say, Minister, that rather than GSOC providing that truth and justice to Shane's family, their experience with GSOC actually compounded their grief. In April 2014, the then Minister for Justice, Alan Shatter, ordered a 102.5 public interest inquiry, which allowed GSOC to widen the scope of their inquiry, but they failed to do so. In April 2018, GSOC produced the 101 public interest report, but the family and the public only received a summarised version. And the O'Farrell family have written to GSOC on several occasions and requested the full report, but it has been refused. In January 2019, GSOC produced a second report, RE Minor Discipline, under Section 97 of the Garda Síochána Act. This has been given to the Garda Commissioner, but not to the family. And both the Garda Commissioner and GSOC have refused to give the family this report also. And rather than being a route for justice, the GSOC investigation was actually used as a ruse by ministers, the department and the Gardaí to actually shelve movement on this case for several years and to refuse to answer any questions because they could say that this is currently being a matter of investigation for GSOC. And the GSOC report, when it finally was published, was actually significant primarily for its omissions. So much so that both houses of the Oireachtas passed resolutions calling for an independent public inquiry into the case. And rather than delivering that, the government initiated a scoping inquiry in early 2019, an inquiry that, I have to say, bizarrely has yet to deliver its report. So it's entirely understandable that this has led to a fear that the scoping exercise is just another mechanism designed to delay the full truth in this instance. So, Minister, the GSOC process has failed some families, like Shane O'Farrell's, and it does need to be overhauled, bearing in mind those experiences and the lessons that have been reflected to us. But today, Minister, I want to take this opportunity. I want to plead with you to provide Shane's family, as we approached their 11th Christmas without their beloved son, Shane, provide them with the assurance that you will deliver upon the resolution of both houses of the Oireachtas and begin now the preparatory work for the full public inquiry that may, we hope, provide the answers to the endless list of unsavoury questions that have been raised on this case.
And I really do appreciate that this is going on much longer, this particular scoping inquiry, than anybody would like, and in particular his family. And maybe just to outline where we are at the moment. So my department, while this is an independent scoping exercise, we're in constant contact with Judge Gerard Haughton. We've offered any support that he needs, obviously allowing him to do his work independently. The stage that it's at now is that we have, or the judge has asked for various sections of the report and parties that are named in it, including my own department, to come back to the latest round of questions that he has asked. My own department has responded to him, and that request has been sent back. I understand that he's also been in contact with the O'Farrell family as well throughout all of this, and has offered them the same opportunity to come back on some of the last final points, I hope. So my understanding is, and based on what I have been given information-wise, is that he should be in a position to finalise his report once he has that last piece of information from the particular points. I know I'm being vague here, but I suppose I don't have sight of exactly the points that he's asking questions of and what kind of response he's looking for. But it is my understanding that once he receives all of those, he'll be in a position to respond. And just to reassure deputies, nobody's stalling here. I really want to see this concluded as quickly as possible, and that we can act on whatever the recommendations or the points are in the report. Most importantly, so that his family can obviously take account of that, and that we can move forward in some way together.